Good morning. Hi, can everyone see me? I'm trying to get some feedback to see if I'm on live or not. Okay, I think people are seeing me now. All right, guys, I'm going to try to start filming. Hopefully this is coming across live, and if it's not, you should be able to access it later. As I said, thank you for your patience. I'm not very tech savvy, so fortunately I have a husband who is, and we were working this morning on all of this, but now he's putting Jackson to sleep, so here we are. And if this doesn't work out, we'll give it a go again tomorrow. Thank you for learning with me. So we're going to start standing today, and you can just kind of begin to settle into your feet, rock a little side to side, front to back. And then once you get there, you're going to place a hand right over your center, your core. This is the seat of our emotions and our energetic body. And one hand right over our hearts. And if it feels comfortable and safe to close your eyes, go ahead and let that happen. Or you may prefer to keep your eyes open and just keep a gentle, soft focus. For me, it feels really natural and beautiful to come into this little rocking, swaying movement. So if that feels natural, just let yourself settle in and begin to just draw your loving awareness to the breath. Soft and sweet, without forcing, just being here noticing. Noticing the feeling of your breath through your nostrils as it passes through your body and back out again. You may want to layer in a little sound. And I invite you right now just to set an intention for your practice today. We're all flowing through an awful lot in our external world. So setting an intention for what you would like to flow with today in this hour. What you'd like to flow a little more with in your own life, your own journey. And I'd love to just offer a shared intention of syncing together our emotions, our emotional well-being, our hearts, our thoughts, our minds, what's passing through, and our spirit. And we're going to begin today by slowly making the sound of like a reset for your system, the same way that you would make this sound if you ate something delicious or heard some really beautiful news. And you're just going to let it grow a little louder. So breathe in, breathe out. This time we're going to breathe in and we're going to Again, breathe it in. Feeling yourself vibrate one more time. You may even feel a little shift in your own energy. And then slowly from here, just reach your arms down by your sides. So these are just some simple, gentle movements that you can do every single day. I work on doing these myself when I wake up and just starting to move around a little. My wrists, my ankles, lifting toes, making some circles with your ankles and with your wrists in one direction. And then finding a little steady, even flow to the rhythm of your breath. Turning your circles in the other direction. And just gentle movement to awaken the joints. And then you can start to take your circles up a little higher. So your arms are at shoulder height. Wrists circling one way. And then another. And then reaching all the way up to the sky. Keep circling. Keep circling. And just reversing the flow whenever it feels natural. Take a big inhale through your fingertips. And as you exhale, just let your arms slowly, like a snow angel, nice and slow, fall all the way back till you feel your upper shoulder blades kiss and hug. Take a big inhale here as you hug your belly in. And as you exhale, I'd love to begin with just an opening hug. You can reach your right arm underneath the left. And you can just take a bow in towards yourself for showing up today. For all that's passing through. This reminder that we use the breath to inhale and draw in whatever it is we'd like to draw in. As you inhale, big reach the heart, and as you exhale, reach your left arm underneath. And again, find this moment to just embrace. And slowly from there, reach your arms out, tap your fingertips to the tips of your shoulder blades. Good. And we're just going to soften the knees a little and turn on the activation in here. So this is our emotional center. We hold a lot in here: stress, anxiety, fear, negativity, right in here in the center. So we're just going to activate by making a little sprinkler type action. So gently hug your navel to your spine. And as you inhale, slowly exhale over to the right. And inhale, exhale over to the left. Keep going side to side. You may stay with this nice slow pace. Or start to speed up. Just a little. Pushing away anything that feels heavy, toxic. Drawing in light, oxygen, healing. A little quicker. Like a little pump. Slow it down again. And back to center. Pause. Big inhale. Release your arms down by your sides. Good. And now we're just going to shake the wrists a little. Shake the ankles. And then make a little swinging motion, like you're just touching your own low back, rib cage. Cleansing breaths. Just getting a little movement. Circulation going this morning. Nice and soft. Effortless movement. We're just waking ourselves up. Physical body, breath body, energy body. And then slowly come back to center. Take a big breath in, just feel. I'm going to turn to the side. We're just going to start a little tap. Tap to the back of the kidneys. Tap to the low back, outer hips. Also a big place for tension and stress in the body. So just a nice little pounding massage. And then slowly come back to center and wiggle. We're going to take some side stretches for the body. So this is called a monkey pull or a monkey stretch. You're just going to lean your ear over and let that right elbow lift to the ceiling as you let your left ear fall towards your shoulder. And then slowly inhale, exhale down. Inhale right here. Feel that whole side body open and slowly side to side. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, exhale down. Stay for the inhale. Exhale back to center. Good. Yeah. And then you can take your hands to your hips or your hands to your thighs, or just let your arms be loose and start pretending like you have a little invisible hula hoop. So you're going to move the circle around with your hips. And it might take a moment to just feel into this, to let your lower body start to get a little more loose. And the knees are soft. Let's try 2 more circles in this direction. Again, hands can be on the thighs. And go a little deeper into the knees, or you can just kind of play like you've got that hula hoop. And what would you like to encircle yourself in today? Trust, health, wellness, well-being, balance. And then slowly come back. And we're just going to a couple times, just light little squats to get the ankles, the knees moving. You could lift your heels if you want a little more. You could reach up. You could even take a little imaginary jump shot a couple times if you want to really wake up the energy. Not mandatory at all, right? You can stay right here, playing with movement. Good. And then slowly come up, wiggle a little through your shoulders, shake it off, shake it down, move it forward. And then we slowly come back, and then just do a little, remember that 80s ribcage movement? I don't know, I can't really do it. And then slowly come back to center. Take a big inhale. Just sweep in a new breath. And as you exhale, your hands come back to your heart center. See if you can just merge again with your intention. Maybe your intention has shifted. Big breath in. Big breath out. Thank you for being here. Welcome to your practice, and namaste. So we're going to slowly, I'm going to turn to the side. We're just going to start moving today, start flowing. So as you inhale, reach your arms up high, hug your belly in, and then take a little lift of your heart and lean back. As you exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. Take a big bow. As you inhale, fingertips up on your shins. Soften your knees, stretch your heart, and roll the shoulders back. Take another inhale breath. Really flood your lungs with oxygen. And as you exhale, forward fold, sun dive down. Inhale all the way up to standing, reaching up, lengthening side body. Exhale the hands to the heart. Make a little prayer. Pull something sweet into your own heart. Arms released by the sides. 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach up. Pause. Hug your belly in and see if you can make a little lift of the heart. Exhale, open arms, swan dive all the way down. You might see in front of me I have 2 water bottles, halfway lift. If you don't have blocks at home, you could use anything that's even. We may need them later, we may not. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big lift. Lengthen. Come to greet the day. And then pull the energy, the hands down to the heart. The heart lifts up to the hands. Release your arms one more time. Big inhale up. Exhale, open, swan dive all the way down. And then soften the knees. Inhale, stretch your heart forward. This time we're just going to hang out in a forward fold. So if you've got anything ahead of you that you could even put a pillow there. You can just rock side to side in your feet. And I want you to feel into the 4 corners of your feet. And you may even start to circle a little on your toes and your heels. And if you don't have anything in front of you, you can keep your fingertips right on your shins or up on your thighs. And then slow circles in the other direction. And now we're just going to hang out in a forward fold. So soften your knees quite a bit. And then you're going to let your belly and your knees connect. And as you feel yourself forward fold, you could grab opposite elbows or fingertips can stay down. You could grab behind the calves. There's always an option. And then feel like you're trying to hug your ankle bones in as your knees move apart. The more the knees are bent, the more the low back can open. And if you want a little more of a hamstring and a calf stretch, you can play play with bending the knees and straightening the legs. Try to release the tension in the face and the neck. And then we're slowly from here just going to shift our gaze forward. Touch your fingertips of your left hand down to the earth. Good. Or to one of your props. Take your right fingertips to your hip bone. And then slowly see if you can start to open over to the right and keep your gaze down for a second. Might feel great to keep your right fingertips here. Or maybe it will feel liberating to reach up through that right arm. And now see if you can cross your left hand over to your right shin. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, just slowly reach forward. Let your right fingertips find the earth or a prop. And then inhale, stretch your heart forward, lengthen your spine. So the knees are soft, especially the right knee. Left fingertips come to that hip. You can slowly turn. And then reach your left arm high. If that's available. If not, you stay right here, lengthening your crown forward. Take your right fingertips to your left shin. Take one more big inhale. And then we're going to see if we can just cross the left arm under the right. Again, you can be higher on your thighs or down on your shins and let your chin fall in towards your heart. Take a big inhale, back of the legs. Then open up, exhale high. And then inhale, slowly come rising all the way up. And just shake a little, right? Shake it off a little. Shake your legs, let it go. Shake off the week. It was a stressful week. Yeah. And then slowly from here, take a big inhale, reach arms high. Maybe find that little back bend, that lift of the heart. And as you exhale, big, beautiful swan dive down. Right? Inhale to the shin through your props. As you exhale, send your right leg back. We're just going to pause. You're going to take your fingertips inside the left foot and wiggle the left foot over. So there's a little more room to move in here, and then just start to pulse. If you need to, you can take your back knee down. And you can slowly start to make any little movements in here. Organic movement. Good movement just to open through the hips. And now we're all going to take the back right knee down. And you're going to take your left hand up to your left thigh. Slowly hug the belly in, rib cage, but the heart lifts. Right? So you could work your left hand up, your thumb to your heart. Lift through your heart as you hug that belly in. Right? And now inhale, reach right arm high, over by your ear, left arm high. And just see for a moment if you can keep that belly hugging in, you can lift the heart a little more. And as you exhale, you're going to make a little cactus shape with your arms. Bending at your elbows, lifting through your heart without pushing the rib cage forward. Good. And now take a big inhale, sweep your arms high. And as you exhale, right hand's going to find the floor. Take it out and turn your thumb slightly forward. And keep your back knee down for the beginning. Wiggle your left foot, flex the toes. And then pushing into your left thigh, draw your right shoulder back. You can stay right here. You can tap to your shoulder, let your elbow go high, reach your arm high. Or maybe pick your right thigh up and then begin to twist open a little more towards the left. Big inhale. As you exhale, just reach over your left ear. Slowly touch your left palm down. Let's step your left leg back. High plank pose. Push the earth away. Feel your upper shoulders broaden. Lift through your quads. Engage your core. And then slowly wave back. Downward facing dog. First down dog. So you make this inverted V. Push your palms, your fingers, your thumbs, your pads of your fingers down. Bend your knees. Let your belly glide. Squeeze your forearms towards each other. And now just start to pedal through the feet. Bend the left knees and the right heel down. Full inhale. Big exhale. Switching sides. Right knee bends. Left heel reaches towards the earth. Doesn't matter if it touches. It reaches. Bend both knees. Let your belly go a little further back. Send both heels a little closer to the floor. Full breath in. shift your gaze, wiggle your left foot closer in, and then you're going to work to get this right foot forward. Yeah, good. Wiggle your right foot over, and then fingertips to the floor, blocks, props. You're going to start to pulse and make some movements in here. Might be tiny little circles one way, tiny little circles the other. So there's a little more room to move around inside the leg. And then you can wiggle right foot in just a little, send your left knee down. We're going to come into that low lunge, Anjaneyasana, right hand to the thigh. Do that for a moment. And then touch your right thumb to your heart. Your left hand to your belly. Hug your belly in, hug your rib cage and see if you can lift your heart. And can you keep all that as you lift your left arm by your ear? Reach your right arm by your ear. Hug in and draw your arms back. Feel your shoulders get a good stretch. Get the tension out of your face and neck. Make that little cactus shape as you lift up, inhale. And then reaching your arms high. You're going to slowly send your left palm down. Turn the left thumb a little more forward than in. Wiggle that right foot over. Flex through the toes. You could stay right here. You could touch the right fingertips to the front of the right shoulder. If you want, you can reach that right arm high. Push the earth away. And then slowly work. If you want, pick the back knee up. Lift through that left quad and then open and turn. Heart to the right. Big inhale. Hi, everyone. As you exhale, slowly hand comes down inside the right foot. We're going to step back to that high plank. Right leg steps. High plank. Push the earth away. Broaden your shoulders. Lift through your quads. And then slowly from here, rock your way back. Downward facing dog. Yeah? Downward facing dog. You have 3 breaths. You can pedal. You can move. Let this be a place where you can just explore. And welcome. Maybe a moment to look back towards your feet and just say thank you for all the journeys that they carry us through. Lift your heels, shift your gaze. We're just going to take a slow journey to the front. See if you can keep connection to your fingertips, to your palms. Once you arrive, inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soft knees, take a bow. And now inhale, come rising all the way up. Beautiful round through your spine, big lift, tiny little back bend. Feel that opening. And as you exhale, come back, hands to the heart. Let your arms release by your side. You're going to turn to face. We're just going to stand here and feel for a moment what it feels like to be inside this body, moving and breathing, and turning the focus inward. Being bombarded right now with external news every day, not only the news, but the internet, our text chains, our means of communication, right? It's all coming at us. So this is a way to just breathe in and feel. Take one more big breath. And then open mouth, exhale. Cool. We're going to start to flow through some sun salutations. Now I'm going to move my props over to the side. Take a big inhale as you reach up, rise. If you want, you can find that little exhale back bend. Take another inhale up through the fingertips. Exhale, dive forward, over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your palms. Slowly step back, one leg at a time. Pushing the earth away. And for anyone that's newer, you can always set the knees down. In fact, I'm going to do that on the first one. Knees come down, shoulders come a little ahead of the wrists. You're going to bend your elbows, and we're going to slowly come all the way to the floor, all the way to the belly. And from the belly, we're just going to take the forearms forward. Sphinx pose. So once you arrive, rock a little. Your low back will love you. Let out a little tension and a little release with a sigh. So audible inhale. Open up, exhale, high. Right. And now belly touching the floor. Press all 10 toes down. Let's bring the legs
closer together. You don't have to touch, but maybe a little closer. All 10 toenails touch. Press down into your forearms or elbows. Inhale up through your heart. And as you exhale, just look over your right shoulder. Take a big inhale right here. You might find a sweet spot. Big exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale over your left shoulder. Find a full inhale breath. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slow, bow in towards your heart. Lifting your belly button, your belly off the floor. Feeling that broadening of your upper shoulders. Right, inhale back through center. Slowly lower down, hands come back by your rib cage. We're going to push up through hands and knees. Good, and slow movement back, downward facing dog. Lift your knees, lift your hips, and then let your belly and your heart back glide a little closer towards the thighs. And can you strengthen the forearms by trying to lift out of the wrists? And you can play in any little shapes here in down dog. 3 breaths. I like to bend the knees, lift the hips, and the heels a little lower, or maybe bend one knee at a time. And at the end of that last exhale, shift your gaze forward. Hop walk, take a journey forward. And then once you arrive, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lifting. And as you exhale, forward fold, take that soft bow. And then inhale, see if you can maintain integrity in that spine as you rise all the way up. Stretch your arms high, maybe a little back bend to open the heart. Exhale, hands to the heart. Arms release by the side. Let's try 2 more. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, flow with the rhythm of your breath. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, head plank. You may want to drop your knees and move all the way down to the belly for your back bend, cobra. Or if you're ready, you can bend at the elbows, lower halfway down. Chaturanga, if you know it. Slowly to the tops of the feet. Cobra or up dog. See if you can really linger here for a moment in that inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly either come back to your hands and knees or wave your hips high. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. And as you push into the pads of your fingers, you're going to lift your heels. This time we're going to take a little turn. So feet stay right where they are. Let your heels drop right. Your toes turn left. And now bend your right knee and push evenly through your left and right palm. A big stretch to the left side body. Slowly lift your heels. Let your heels drop left. As your toes turn to the right, bend your left knee. Try not to collapse in the arms. Slowly spin back through center. Bend your knees, let your belly glide closer to your heart. Or your heart to your belly. Send your heels down, last exhale. And then slowly gaze forward. Take your time to travel all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Soft bow towards the heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more together. Breathe in. And exhale, open. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank. Begin to move. Either knees are dropping. And you're slowly moving your way towards your cobra, your sphinx, your up dog. Good long inhale, nurturing inhale. As you exhale, either back through hands and knees or waving body back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. This one we're going to stretch the calves. So walk your right foot closer in. Take your left big toe and your second toe to the Achilles of your right foot. And as you push your palms down and forward, see if you can give that right heel an extra stretch towards the earth. Ooh, yeah. Anybody else? Slowly take your left foot down now. Replace right big toe, second toe around your Achilles. Yeah, so all we're doing is adding a little gravity, a little weight, letting gravity do the work. Slowly lift your left heel, release. Let's take 1 more breath in down dog right here. Exhale the mouth high. Hold it your heels, shift your gaze, we'll begin to travel all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders draw back, gaze is soft. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Now we're going to slowly keep the feet hip distance apart. Take your hands up to your thighs and curl up. So like a little, not curl up yet, but like you're sitting in a little chair. And I want you to take your hands between your knees. Feel like your knees are pushing apart as your ankle bones are hugging in. We're going to stay soft in here. Reach forward. As if the analogy I like to give is you were being pulled by a boat. You're trying to ski and the boat has control. Slowly you kind of pull the reins back and lift up through your heart. Take a big inhale and you're going to come out of your legs a little. We're going to take a cleansing breath that sounds like ha as we straighten the legs, let the arms swing back. You can watch the first one. And good. Inhale, bend to the knees, reach up. Just let go of anything that needs to be let go of. 5 more. Cut through it. One more. Inhale, back to center. Big lighting up breath. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's just soften a little and hang out here for a second. So soften your knees. If you know Padangusthasana, you can take your peace fingers, step on them with your big toes, wrap your thumbs. Otherwise, you can find ragdoll. The knees are soft. Your knees are soft, and the ankle bones hug in. Inhale, stretch your heart. Now as you exhale, just let your torso fall. And if it doesn't feel good to grab the big toes, if you've got the big toes, you're pulling your elbows up a little. Create movement and room in your neck and your shoulders. Again, you can always have opposite elbows. Or you can put a little hands and palms behind the back of the neck. And then 2 more breaths. Sway or rock. And then inhale, halfway lift. We're going to exhale, just slowly step the right leg back for warrior 1. So here's how I teach it. Turn the toes of your right foot towards the right front corner ankle. Toes of the left foot face forward, and then come up. But soften a little through your knees, through your whole structure. And we're just going to bend and pulse a little bit. And just notice for a second where you landed. It's not necessarily natural for the low back to turn and dial the hips forward. So see if you can put some pressure into the outside edge of your right foot and draw your right thigh bone back. And then from here, hands to the hips, just lengthen your torso. Reach your arms up high. Good. And now we're going to pivot on the ball mound of that back foot to lift the heel and turn all 10 toes forward, but soften your back knee. Good. You can reach up, inhale. As you exhale, make fists, draw your elbows in, push through your back heel and high. Working just to let some stuff go today. Inhale, to shed a layer. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push through that back heel. 2 more times. So there's a soft bend in the knee. 1 more time. Big inhale. And exhale, should be feeling pretty alive in that right front hip flexor. Soft bend to that knee. Slowly press into both feet. Now set the right heel back down. Turn yourself open a little at a diagonal with your body to the right. And now is when you're going to reach forward. If you have props like 2 water bottles that I happen to have for a Jackson, you're going to reach your heart forward. You could also be on fingertips. Yeah. And we're just going to see if we can play a little in here. So you could move around to the right, move a little to the left. It doesn't have to be such a set structure. Just what does it feel like to be moving in a playful way? You could bend to the knee. You've got 2 blocks, 2 props. Find a place that feels like you want to soften into and take a big breath. Exhale out. Move your prop slowly out of the way. Spin the toes of your front foot forward. And now we're just going to move into a standing split at the front. So you're going to keep your left foot down. You're gonna reach your right leg high. And see if you can slowly soften by softening the left knee and pulsing up and down a couple times right here. Just bending the left knee, letting the right heel move. You'll feel it in that left glute. Good. Good. And then slowly step the right foot forward to meet the left at the front. Once you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And now you're just going to step that left foot back for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 on this side. Okay? So the left toes face towards the left, the right knee stays bent. And once you come up, just a moment of settling in. Okay? I always give the analogy of coming to a party. Right? We don't walk in the door usually and just run right to the bar or run right to the food table. We say hello. So say hello to your body in this new shape, this new position. Hopefully, that's how we act. Really root back through your left thigh bone, down through your left foot. And then just notice where your hips are. So if you can take your hands to your hips and just gently maybe guide that torso, the shoulders forward, and the hips may follow. And then once you get there, stretch your arms up by your ears, hug your belly in, pivot on the ball mound of your left foot. And now soften. So now we're in a high lunge. Take an inhale. We're going to take these little fists of fire. As you exhale, push. Use the fire of your breath. Inhale, suck bend the left knee. Exhale, push. Really letting go. 3 more. Good. See if you can find your balance here. Reach your arms high. Push into that front foot as you straighten the leg. And now send the left heel down. You may want to wiggle the left foot in a little. So Warrior 1 in the feet, you can reach for those props, or you can just touch the fingertips down, but make sure that you're not stressing in the neck, you're not creating tension. You can rock to the left, walk around, just playing with different angles in here, what it feels like. Be curious about movement in the body, how different movements affect the stretch. This is all just gathering information. And then find a place that you can settle in for one big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly inhale, halfway lift. Shift your gaze forward, standing splits. So either find your props, find your fingertips, and then keep a soft bend in the right knee as your left heel lifts and just pulse it a little bit. You'll feel right into that right glute fire. Whew. Hello to your little glute. Bet you guys know some yoga jokes. Slowly step your left foot forward to meet the right. George is in the room with me. Hi, baby. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slow, softening down. With bent knees, rise up through your chair. Find that movement of the arms forward and up. Chair pose. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, push into your feet. Come all the way up to standing. Let your arms come down by your side. And just shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, ya, shimmy, ya. Yeah? Shake it out. Shake something, your wrists, your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, your legs. Here's a good one. Take the top of your right foot down, so toenails are down. And then we're just gonna slowly, feel a little spiral movement as you move the knee around in a circle. And you can kind of let your upper body come along for the ride. This is really a great way to stretch the front of the ankles, which don't get a lot of attention and love, and then reverse it a couple times in the other direction. So there's this beautiful spiraling Kundalini type action that runs up. And then pause and just shake your ankle out. Cool. Second side. Left toes are down. And then you're just going to slowly begin to move. Couple of circles. Hip crack, knee crack. Neck knack, pad whack. Too many nursery rhymes. Oh. And it's kind of a weird motion to get used to. Once you get there, shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. We're just going to find tree pose today. So we're really going to try to find a little grounding and balance. So you can root into your right foot, draw the toes up towards the sky, and then slowly set pinky toe down, big toe
the other 3 toes. And feel like you're really drawing up through that right thigh. You're going to slowly work into either kickstand, left toes down, left foot up to the inner shin, maybe a little further up. See what you can do without using your hand. And if you want the extra assist, you can bring that left foot in. Tendencies to push out through that right hip, so hug your right hip in and push back through your right foot as much as you're giving pressure with your left inner thigh. And let's grow our branches up to the sky. Helps to find a soft gazing point straight ahead of you. And see if you can take up some space. Hug your belly in. Stay strong through your core, your trunk. And feel your branches expand. Turn your palms up. And then slowly sweep all the way up. Big inhale. As you exhale, try to come back to center a little. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Stability, grounding in uneasy times. That's a great pose to practice each day. Release your foot. Shake out your ankle. More cracking. Lots of cracks happening. Root down through your left foot. Pick up all 5 toes. Set your big toe, your pinky toe. Yeah. And then either find kickstand right here. This is a great place to start for balance. A little higher. And how far can you move without using your hands? See if you can avoid putting pressure onto the inner knee. And then press back with that left inner thigh as much as you're pressing with your right inner foot, inner arch. And then find any expression on this side. I love a good cactus. I went to school in Arizona, so just got back from visiting. You can move your cactus arms around. Yeah? See if you can find a way to feel spacious, grounded, balanced, even if you're wobbling a little. And nothing's ever really steady. Turn your palms up. Big inhale, reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, pull a little prayer. Bring another intention back down to your heart. Slowly release. Shake it out. Shake it out. And then from here, we're just going to work our way into a little squat. So feet a little wider than hip distance this time. Let your hands, fingertips turn in or face towards your knees. And then just do a little rock from side to side. And you can stay right here with this energy. You can ground it into your feet, roll your shoulders back, and then we're just going to reach up. We're going to grab for the left wrist. And take a bow over to the right. Big breath into that whole left side body. You could shift your gaze down. Big breath out. Inhale up. Reach for the right wrist. Getting into that side body, can you draw more spaciousness, more light into that whole right rib cage? And then slowly back to center. Now, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky. Sit a little lower into your heels. And if you want a little added, lift your right heel. Breathe out. Set it down, lift your left heel. Optional. Lift both heels, completely optional. And then slowly release your arms out. Can you set your heels down, push up, and just find this big, spacious star pose. Yeah. Expand out in all directions, and we're just going to pause for 3 breaths. I'm going to get really quiet so we can feel. Breathe in. Powerful pose reminding us of our own power when we move from center, when we move from the source of our own light. Reach your arms up high. Turn your heels out. Widen your stance a little. Now you're going to soften your knees. So if you're a little newer to yoga, your hands are just going to rest on your thighs. You could find your 2 props, or you could touch your fingertips. And now a chance to explore a little movement. Wiggle by bending one knee or letting the torso drape, head, neck, and shoulders relax. Inhale back to center. Can you draw a little light through your heart like you had a big flashlight shining forward?
And now exhale, shine the light towards your own heart. Soften your knees. And you can find anywhere that you can hang out here. We're going to have about 5 breaths. Soften your knees. And allow your chin to fold in towards your heart. Maybe a little nod of your head yes to whatever you'd like to allow in. No. And this powerful reminder, I'm working on teaching Jackson yes and no right now. No one likes to be told no, right? We're being told to stay in our homes, to not go outside. No doesn't feel that great sometimes. So maybe you could focus on turning your attention towards what you're saying yes to. Allow a little joy and balance to come back in. We're going to slowly come up, reach all the way high to the sky. Yeah, good. Now I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to begin to take our seat all the way down to the ground, so knees a little wide. You can touch the earth. Touch the earth. Yeah, I think I'll go this way to face you guys. Well, we're going to grab right leg straight and just hold on to your left foot. Yeah. Fingertips come back so that you can just massage a little. For your left glute, you can make a little circle. Circle in the other direction. Of course, if you want to intensify a little, you could grab by putting the foot into the crook of the elbow. And whatever hold you have with your hand or your elbow, see if you can lengthen up a little. So you're either right here holding the foot. This is a good hip opener, like rocking the baby. Forward and back. Good. And we're just going to slowly set that foot either to the top of your right thigh or to your right inner thigh. I'm going to go with right inner thigh. And then once you get there, push out through your right heel. Come onto your fingertips, lift your seat, and push back a little. So push back. And then once you can land down in here, you can again, as Will Ferrell says in the cowbell skit, just enjoy exploring the studio space. Rock around a little bit. I mean, really explore the studio space. I'm going to get a cowbell soon. Bring that to yoga. And once you come to center, you can either fold over that leg, shifting your gaze to the right, or stay inside. You can take your left hand to your right outer shin, right outer foot, and forward fold 3 breaths. See if you can soften the muscles in your neck, your shoulders, your face. And come all the way up. Just going to open your arms, take a big inhale, and then twist over towards the left. And you can touch your fingertips down, get a little taller. And now exhale, twist from under the ribcage. One more breath. You want to move your right hand to your left thigh. Anchor down. And inhale slowly back to center. We're going to switch it out. So just shake a little. Shake the backs of the legs. Shake the ankles. Shake the wrists. And we're going to pick up. Left leg extends. You're going to hold your right foot in your hand. Just rock a little. Forward, back, side to side. Feels like you might want to go a little deeper, you could place it into the crook of your left elbow. Right fingertips go back, and then just rock a little around right glute. And left, circles. And then come up a little higher. Maybe you can hug and squeeze and lift a little more. Either set that foot to the top of that thigh and stretch forward, fold right here, or explore the studio space on this side. Right foot to the left inner thigh, and then fingertips touch. Lift your glutes, push back a little. So we move the pelvic floor to anterior tilt. And you can just walk around, explore. And once you come back to center, let's get back a little. You can either reach that right hand for the left, outer shin, ankle, foot, or stay inside, right? It's all optional.
Everything I'm offering is simply suggestions. 3 breaths wherever you land. Tiny little movements are always good. Just the body giving you feedback. Good. And just slowly come up. And take that twist, so open your arms. And see if you can twist a little, open. Touch your fingertips, let them land down, and then get a little taller for your crown. Exhale, maybe the left fingertips find the right knee. And take one more big breath. And then we're slowly going to come back to center. Yeah, shake your legs out. Real quick, I'm going to take a little quad stretch. So I'm going to go one leg at a time by bending the left knee, taking the left foot back, pushing up off your fingertips and pushing your right glute out a little. I'll help you just sit down a little deeper. So let me go this way for you. Okay? So the quad gets a little stretch. You could come back to your hands. Your belly hugs in. You could come down to your forearms and hold your hips. And if your knee feels okay and it's allowing it, I used to have a yoga teacher that would say, listen to your knees, like the Godfather. So listen to your knees. If you want, it could come down. Right? I've been doing yoga for a very long time, so it feels still like a really good stretch to me. Some days I can do it, some days I can't. Please listen to your body. And if anything ever feels like you're moving beyond a stretch and into pain, back off. Fingertips down, come all the way up. Release your leg. If you feel okay with dancing or twirling, your ankle, shaking, and we'll switch sides. So you're just going to take your right shin down, lift onto your fingertips, and push your left glute back. And then once you're here, hug your navel in. Just slowly come back to the hands, to the elbows. And each side's different, right? So just feeling this side's so much tighter. You can hold your heel if you want to wiggle a little more down towards the earth. Soften your breath, breathe into that stretch. When you're ready, we'll just slowly come up. Yeah, shake that leg out. You can dance it. It's a really soft, rainy day here today. I hope you all are breathing into your days wherever you are. We'll soon be able to be together again in person. A little prayer for that. Move back a little. And we're going to move into a little cat-cow that's soft, so hands to your tailbone, not cat-cow, camel. Draw your elbows back and push your seat into your hands a little. Now hug your low belly in. Then see if you can work. Let's curl the toes in this first one. Work your seat back towards your hips. So this might be the first movements. Just lifting. That's a lot, all right, into the quads. And if you can sit or hover, and then hug your belly and keep drawing your shoulders back, this might be your back bend. Or you could touch your heels, and then hugging the belly in. Begin to move the curve, but keep the low back open, rising onto those fingertips, touching the upper shoulder blades, hugging the belly, lifting the heart. And I like to stay soft in the neck. When I move my head to for our back, it feels like I'm creating tension, and when we create that tension, we block the flow of energy. Take one more big, full, deep inhale. One hand can come up towards your heart, one towards your core, and then as you tap back in, Touch your fingertips, take the tops of the feet and just shake. Shake. Shake your hips. Let it go. Wiggle. One more back bend. So hands could come here. You could keep the tops of your feet down. You could rock back towards your heels. This just might be enough right here. Just moving your upper shoulder blades together. If you want to go a little deeper, reach your seat back. Keep your arms straight. Push the thumbs into the heels. Hug the belly in. And then we'll slowly move from there. Belly and upper shoulder. So my low back is open. Feet a little wider than the knees. Maybe a smile on the face. At the end of the heart, under the belly as you hug in. And then slowly come back. Good. Now we're just going to shake a little out. We're going to come all the way down. All the way down. All the way down to your spine. Hug the knees in. Hands just to the top of your knees. Make a little counterclockwise circle with your knees. A couple of times, one direction. And a couple of times the other. This is one of my favorite ways to twist in the spine. So you're going to find a supine pigeon. Your left ankle is going to cross your right thigh. And you're going to tee your left arm out. You can tee both arms out as you begin. Wiggle to the left and see if you could work your whole left foot down to the earth. You can lift your right knee or drop your right knee to intensify a little. And then once you get there, you can either use your right hand, your palm, to push away a little as you hug your belly in, or you can hold your outer left ankle. So knee or ankle. And then once you get there, rearrange your shoulder blades and take a little twist from underneath the ribcage to the left. Big inhale. And as you exhale, so you're feeling like that left knee is moving away from the body a little without forcing. 2 more breaths. And slowly let your gaze, your chin turn to the left. And the last one, really deep cleansing breath. Rinse it out. Let something go. Slowly come back to center. Oh, it's so good. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Tee your arms out. And then slowly wiggle to the right as you set your whole right foot down. So it might feel a little better if you keep your left knee lifted. It'll intensify a little if you let your left knee fall. Back of the head is down, and then you could just rest by pressing into that right inner thigh, right shin, or hugging your right ankle bone. Lift your shoulders, set them both down. Keep your gaze at the ceiling for this first breath. Inhale. Don't turn your gaze, but twist a little from under the ribcage. Now take another inhale. And see if you can twist by turning your neck, your gaze to the right. One more breath. Slowly come back to center. Release. I'm just going to take the legs up and rock a little. Rocking happy baby. You can have your shins, big toes, outer feet. And just let there be no tension here in the face, the neck, the shoulders. And then we're just going to reach the legs up, and we're just going to come up and shake a little shakedown of the energy. You can shake your voice. You can laugh. Big inhale, just feel the blood flow, the circulation, moving from your toes down to your hips, your fingers, to your shoulders. We're going to soften the knees a little and just be here for 5 breaths. Nice inversion, you can take any time. Help prepare the body for sleep, to help de-stress. You can always do this against a wall if you're at home.
Just letting the heart and the brain get a chance to relax. And slowly, when you're ready, bend the knees, let the feet fall. And for a moment, let your knees knock in, your feet wider than your hips. Place one hand at your belly, center of your emotional being, one hand at your heart. The connection between our heart and our emotions. You can touch towards your third eye for connection between our emotions and our thoughts, our mental chatter, our feelings. No judgment, just a little request for connection, more connection. From your belly, move a hand to your heart. Connection between my mind, my thoughts, my inner teachings, and my heart. And then slowly, one leg at a time, you're just going to extend for your final resting pose, Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Heels down, toes up, and then just let your toes fall open. Keep your hands over your heart, or you can just let the backs of your hands float down towards the earth. And just rest. Let this be a safe place for anything to arise. Feelings, thoughts, sensations. There's a lot of noise going on. Let this be the place where you can fine-tune the channel a little. Give yourself some good positive messaging right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. These little mantras to help put ourselves back in balance. You're welcome to stay resting as long as you'd like. If you'd like to start moving space in the body, fingers, toes, spacious breath, full body stretch. Whenever intuitive movements start to come to the body to welcome us back into the space. Let's roll onto one side. Let's rest on the arm for 3 breaths. And slowly just pushing into your fingertips, letting yourself rise up to a seat. And we'll come into our final Om together. Om is really just this incredible vibration that sends a healing wave to the whole body. And when we place an intention behind it, it moves out into this larger wave of consciousness, like a ripple effect. So set an intention for what you would like to send to yourself today, and what you would also like to send rippling out into the greater field.
big, deep cleansing breath. So a full inhale and a full open mouth exhale. We're going to take 3 ohms together. Full breath in. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for all of the others in your life, in all the ways that you already are. Thank you for being here today, for practicing, taking the time. We'll come together again soon. From my heart to yours, namaste.